Hello?
Chariots of the gods. It's easy to think of these big metal beasts that way, and the men in them tend to lose touch with the rest of us. But they're still men, and not all that different. What they've done is to find a new way to test our limits. They cross a threshold and return to tell about it.
On the runway now, the Blue Angel diamond in fingertip formation. Commander Hall calling the pilots to 100% power, as each pilot carefully checking the engine instruments one final time prior to their brake release. The pilots now, satisfied that their aircraft are ready to go, acknowledge to Commander Hall with a thumbs up, and he in turn calling for afterburners on now.
Burners on now. Burners off. Apply for the brakes. Brakes. You up, Steve? Yeah, okay.
Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, back to our right, Blue Angel number 5. Watch carefully. Upon becoming airborne with the landing gear and flaps extended, Steve will roll that aircraft 360 degrees while airborne.
You're on your back looking down at that runway thinking there's no way I'm going to make it. And then you pull out and you say, boy, I'm not going to do that again. And sure enough, the next day went right out and did it again.
Once again, in a very precise transition, watch carefully as Skip retracts the landing gear and flaps, accelerates his aircraft at 280 miles per hour, performing the very, very graceful Immelman on takeoff. Up through the vertical now, relaxing the pressure on the stick and floating his aircraft over the top, literally hanging in his straps as he rolls that aircraft 180 degrees.
When we come off the high-performance climb, we come out of afterburner and we put the speed brakes out. The formation seems to set itself, and I kind of slouch down into my old familiar position, body position in the cockpit, and I set myself, and now the air show is on.
At only an altitude of 100 feet over the ground, a pass on the flight line to give you a real close look at the complete wing overlap and the 36-inch wingtip to canopy separation which exists in the Blue Angel Diamond. That same formation which we will see accelerating to more than 500 miles per hour.
Gotcha, sir. Over at 67. Easing the power. Right on. Hey, suck it to him, gang. $250. Yeah, look outside again. 300. Be right on the outside edge, Ernie. Okay, 350. Hurry on my right, yep. Okay, careful beyond the taxi whiskey. Piece of cake, boss. All right, easing the power at 400. Take it out, boss. Bring it down, bring it down.
Yeah, I could hear all three of the other aircraft. We were no more than about 10 feet wingtip to wingtip on the boss, and I could see Jim and Kevin as they crossed. They weren't more than 10 to 15 feet above me.
Pull it, Jeff. Pull it, Dave. Smoke off, off. Coming right, very nice.
Coming off the flight line as you're breaking back towards the rendezvous, you're saying to yourself, well, that was good. That was damn good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Attaboy, attaboy.
And if you have a good cross off the opener, why then it's electric between the cockpits. Everybody realizes that they've got a good one going.